Means few persons knows some Java, few knows okay, we'll see. So today's topic is about like ubiquitous languages, right? So this ubiquitous language is nothing but here everyone have to understand, right? Everyone have to understand whoever are involving in that particular project, okay? Whoever are involving in that particular project are working on that, right? So they have to understand. So with the help of that languages only here, everyone are going to be working, right? So for example, like the persons. So in a team, there are few persons will be there, ma, who are experts in Java and who are experts in PHP like that. Okay, so we have to choose based on the majority. Okay, based on the majority and who knows more languages like that, right? So here everyone should understand that language. Simply we can say that ubiquitous language. Okay, everyone should understand whatever the code we have written. Okay, the programmers, developers, okay, stakeholders, they have to understand about that, right? So it is nothing but everyone should understand whatever the code or whatever the standards we have used, right? So that whoever are forming a pair and they are working, okay, they have to understand, right? So we can say that it is a code understandable language common to all the team members who are involving, who are working, right? Like customers, developers, testers, okay, and programmers, right? How to speak the same language, which can be done through paid programming, practicing between the teams, right? So here they can do some practice forming like a paid programming. They are going to be explaining with each other. Okay, they will be sharing their ideas. Whatever the language they have written code, they will be explaining so that other person who don't know, he is also trying to understand that code, right? So these all thing will be a time waste, right? So better to select the language which is perfect. Okay, which is perfect means whoever knows that particular language, they are working on that project, right? So refining the ubiquitous language. So here how we can do a refinements by practicing communication in common languages in the team. Then only we can understand about that code, right? There should be a lot of practice and communication how the code you have written. Okay, one person has written in one language and another person has been written in another language. They have to integrate that code means first they have to do a practice on that code and they have to provide some communication, right, in their common language in the teams. And results, what will the results when you share a common language between the customers and programmers? You reduce the risk of miscommunication. Okay, so whenever you are sharing your common language means here you can reduce some risk and miscommunication. So whatever the code you have written or involved in that particular project, everyone can able to understand that. Okay, so that no need to waste the time on explaining. Okay, like that. Contradictions and alternatives. So it is one of the technical issues arised by ubiquitous language, no, is not practice. So when we are going to be raising the problem is when there is no practice and no communication on that particular language in that team, right? So it will be a problematic. Okay, if any technical issues has been involved also, that will be also a problematic. So alternative what we have to choose, so ubiquitous language we have to choose so that everyone can involve and everyone can easily understand that code, right? So that is about ubiquitous language. So the next, the domain expertise conundrum. Okay, this conundrum is nothing but some difficult problems. Okay, whenever we are developing the projects or working on some different domains, at that time definitely we need some domain experts. Okay, without domain experts, if we are trying to write that software, Okay, so the whoever are involving in that, programmers or developers, they are unable to understand, right? So simply we can say that it's a conundrum. Okay, conundrum is nothing but a difficult problem. The people who are experts in the problem domain, the domain experts are rarely qualified to write software. Okay, whoever are the experts, they are qualified to write the software. And the people who are qualified to write the software, the programmers, they don't always understand the problem domain. Okay, so there will be some developers and qualified softwares will be there. Okay, these programmers can write the code, but where the problem has been occur, they are unable to understand. So definitely we need some domain experts, right? And overcoming this challenge is fundamentally an issue of communication, right? So if communication is there, definitely they can overcome this, right? Domain experts communicate their expertise to programmers, who in turn encode that knowledge in softwares, right? So whoever are expertise, they can understand that code, whatever the problem has been arised. Okay, they have the knowledge in that software, means easily they can work on that, right? So the challenge is communicating that information clearly and accurately, right? Clearly and accurately. Clearly and accurately, right? So two languages, there are two types of languages. One is the programmer understandable language will be there, and domain experts language will be there. So whatever the programmer has been written the programs in language of technologies, right? So that all methods, algorithms, databases, they can easily understand, right? But whatever the problems has been arised or any difficulty has been arised, means definitely they need domain experts, right? They will talk in the language of their domain, right? Like financial model, chip fabrications, plants, right? So here what I want to say means, two languages means the programmers are writing the code, means they are using some different algorithms, databases in their own technology, right? And some domain experts will be there, they will be perfect at some areas only. Okay, some like financial, banking application, developing the banking application or creating some PHP applications, they will be expert on that only. Here these programmers means they can write the methods and algorithms, database programs, but they are unable to find the problem. They will be writing these all things, right? So definitely we need some this domain experts, right? So you could try to translate between the two languages, so that you have to try to translate between the two languages, but it will add delays and errors, right? It adds some delays and errors. You would produce some software eventually, but you would probably introduce some bugs along the way, right? So instead, just one language for the whole team to use a ubiquitous language, right? So to involve these all things, just you select only one language, so that every team can use and they can understand easily, so that they can work on that particular project. They can work on their particular project easily, right? So they can complete that project in time, right? Without any delays and without any errors, right? So it will be easy, simply easy to find out all the bugs, right? All the bugs and everything. So these are the two languages. One is the programmers understandable language will be there, and different domain experts will be there, and different domain experts will be there. They will be understanding the language. Next, how to speak. How to speak the same language. How to speak the same language. Programmers should speak. Programmers should speak the language of their own domain experts, right? Not the other way around. not the other way around, right? So programmers, they have to speak in the language of their domain experts, right? Whoever the domain or whatever the domain they are using for particular project, right? They have to work on that, right? And this situation, you could focus on some XML elements, like using parents, children's, and attributes. You could talk about devices, context, bitmaps, and some glimpse, right? If some stories or cards you people are using, means you can involve these all things in your conversation, so sound something like this, right? So here programmer, whenever we are using same language, okay, programmer will be writing in his language, ma. Okay, he is understand this example, ma. So programmer, what he will be doing means, here he will be wondering how we should render these cliff elements. Cliff elements are nothing but it is nothing but some musical words, ma. Okay, some musical words we are going to be using whenever we are playing some guitar or piano, some musical symbols will be there. Okay, so for that they will be scheduling some code and they will be developing one of the project on that, right, for particular device. So for example, they have written one type of a program. If the elements first child is G, okay, the first child is G and the second child is second. Okay, if they press the G, means that second child should be, the number should represent 2. Okay, but the octave change elements, is -1. Okay, with this what the programmer has done means, finally he have written one code for the cliff elements, okay, for the music code. Now the domain expert programmer, what he will doing, ma? He will giving that code to the domain expert. Now domain expert, what he will be doing, thinking, I have no idea what these guys are talking about, right? Whoever know that music, whoever are perfect in that area, they can admit it easily, right? So but if I admit it, they will respond with something even more confusing, so I would better fake it. So like that they will be doing some traceable. So we'll see how the music languages will be there. Okay, so some of the 4 common languages will be there, ma, in clips. Whenever we are using any live music, in that they are using this live clips, ma. So it is of 4 types. One is the tribal clip, and bass clip, and C clip, some rhythm clips will be there. Okay, on this they are writing the code. So who can understand this code perfectly means, the person who knows better, okay, who have more knowledge on this music, then only he can easily understand, and whatever the code he have written, okay, how that code is working or not. Okay, like that, here they are involving some domain experts. So domain experts means they will be on different areas, like financial, banking applications, whatever the applications they are developing, they are on that areas, right? So he will be confusing what they have written. So definitely, to understand this code, definitely they have to provide what they have to provide, ma? They have to provide what they have to provide. Yes, there should be a communication between programmer and the domain experts, right? So whatever the language they have used or focused, okay, so they can easily understand, right? So instead of focus on the domain terms rather than technical terms, programmer, we were wondering how we should print this GDEF. Okay, so G definition, it's on the second line of the staff but 1 octave lower. Is that a tribal definition? So whatever the code they have written, just to print these all things, ma, okay, they have to print this G definition in the second line, right? And it should be in octave lower, right? Now domain expert, thinking an easy one, good. Okay, that often used for the tenor parts in the choral musics. It's a tribal It's a tribal definitions, yes, but because it's an octave lower, we use two symbols rather than one. Here, I will show you an example. Like that, he will giving his own ideas. The person who are expert on that, he will thinking about that, right? And he will doing some work on that, practicing on that, right? Then he will get some idea. So the domain experts will be answering in different way, okay. Second example, because he understand the question, the conversation in the first example would have lead to the bugs, right? So whatever the first example they have discussed, it may definitely lead to the bugs, right? Why? Because they mention some -1, okay. Some languages they have used, right? So here he is going to be giving a clarity on that particular clips, how to play and what to play, okay, by using two symbols rather than one, okay. Rather than one means some music symbols will be there, okay. One means everyone can understand, it's a normal numbers, right? If we mention some standard languages of musics, right, some standard languages of music, have you seen the music symbols, ma? Like dollar, different symbols will be there. Just a minute. Some music symbols will be there instead of using that numbers, right? So we can use this type of a symbols, right? This type of a symbols, have you seen these symbols? Whoever are learning music, guitar, they can well known about this, right? So they can use this type of a clips in the code, right? So that everyone can that device can easily understand, right? So by using some tribal clips, okay, some C clips, different clips will be there, bass clips, right? C clips, okay, C clips. So I'm showing just the example how he has given the expert, okay, particular expert has been given the idea on that particular cliffs, right? What are the changes he have done? Instead of using the numbers, just he inserted some symbols, so that with the help of that symbols we can easily understand, right? So for example, whenever you people are doing some online transactions or any form filling you people are doing, means definitely there it is asking some, means sometimes they will be showing the flag symbols, okay. With that flag symbols, here I am selecting our India flag, means only flag symbol means it is taking the name India, right? So it's selecting the name India. Based upon that symbol, it will be selecting the country name, right? So like that only, whenever we are doing any transactions, right? So what this domain experts and programmers will be doing, it should be easily understandable to whoever or the person who don't have knowledge also, they can easily understand, right? So whenever we are doing some transactions, our Indian currency or dollars or some different countries dollars will be there, okay. Based upon that, someone can understand depend upon the symbols, someone can understand depend upon the wording language, okay. So whatever they are selecting, okay, both they will be keeping now. So we are selecting depend upon us, right? Whatever the standard we know, okay, we are selecting. So like that, whatever the application, whatever the projects they are developing, it should be understandable, means they are using some ubiquitous languages, so that everyone have to understand that, right? And everyone can involve in that, right? So here, this ubiquitous language in code, so whenever we are representing in code, like XML centric design will be there, okay. It is a simplified, and domain centric design will be there, okay. XML means collecting the entities, attributes, as whatever the things we have to include, we are going to be using, right? So you people know UML very well, I think SC, right? So have you understand this diagram? So child star, what is the meaning of this, ma? Child star is there. What is the meaning of this? Can anyone? Star. What is star? I need answers from you. Make it fast. So what is this child star? Yes, very good. Many means. So let us understand the code which has written in XML, right? So there are entities and attributes, ma, and parent will be there and childs will be there, right? So obviously parent will be one, okay? Parent will be one and childs will be many, right? So some entities will be there. So whenever they are giving their entity, their roll numbers or some credentials, right? So it should be related to one person, related to one credential, right? For example, you people are having only one unique roll numbers, right? Otherwise the same undav, different roll numbers will be there for the different person, right? So like that. So here whenever they are entering their entities, okay, that should be a unique, means one, okay, one, and many attributes, stars will be there, attributes. What is this attributes, ma? Can anyone, what this attributes contains? Make it fast. What this attributes? What this attributes represents? Means whatever they are entering, whatever, depend upon that, right? So like column names, okay, if they are giving their roll numbers or name or mobile numbers or anything, it will be collecting. Means there are different column names, not only one. That's why here it mentioned as star, right? So coming to this domain centric design, here how they have designed means, here some score will be there, okay, some score will be there, okay, for every field it consists of one, okay, 1 mark, okay, 1 mark, like that, one, right? And only one time he can enter. There will be some measures, okay, that will be a star, many, and who are working on this measure means one to many, okay, staff members, developers, programmers, everyone will be involving on that measures, okay. Means this measure consists of like a project requirements, analysis, ideas, whatever the changes they want to do. Means here who can do, either the team, either one person, either one to how many members has been involved in that particular code, they can do the changes on that, right? And they can making a note, okay, whatever they are doing, okay. So they are, whenever they are doing any changes, taking some measures, they are making it as a note. Why? Means the person who, another person has been enter and seeing about that code, they can easily understand, right? Note is not only one, okay, many notes will be generated, okay, based upon that requirements and the things we have updated, right? So this is more than learning the domain to write the software. This is reflecting in code how the user of the software think and speak about their work, okay, simply how they are thinking and how they are working, that software it is going to be represent, right? So by encoding your understanding of the domain, you refine your knowledge, and due to code uncompromising needs for the precisions, expose gaps in your knowledge that would otherwise result in bugs, right? Based upon the plan and the measurements, here we are going to be developing, otherwise it will be reflected with bugs, okay, results will be reflected with bugs, right? So one powerful way to design your application to speak the language of the domain is to create a domain model. So first of all, we should have a more practice on that particular language which we are working, okay, which we are creating some models, okay, domain models. So here we have to say that we should have some strong knowledge on that to design that particular application, and we have to explain how the things are going to be work, right? So we have to involve our team members and whoever are working on that particular projects, right? So that is about language in code, right? Ubiquitous language in code. So the next, refining the ubiquitous language. So mainly this language, okay, simply we can say it is a living language, okay, living language, and it's only has its ability to reflect the reality. right? So whatever we know, everything we are putting on that course so that everyone can understand, right? And here we are doing some new things, we are learning the new things and improving with that and adding that new things in our languages as well, and working on that particular projects. Means according to the time to market, okay, time to market, we are learning the new things and involving in that and improving on that, means making a lot of practice, and then we are taking some measures and including that all code in our projects or the domain with the help of the domain experts, right? So according to the time to market, now in market, which languages are famous, ma? Which languages are famous now? Every trend is going on. Which languages, ma? Can you name them fast? Yes. On which languages? Here now trend is going to, yes, Python. Yes, Python, Kotlin. Yes, JS, MI. Yes, very good. AI, data science, Ruby. Right. So different languages are there. To learn these languages, yes, machine learning, DI, JS, right? So to learn this new language, to update according to the market, first we have to learn the new things, right? Depend upon that, we have to improve our languages, right? So to do these all things, first three limitations will be there. What are the three limitations? First, ensure that the whole team, especially the domain experts, understand and agrees with the changes you are proposing. Okay, this will probably require a conversation to resolve any conflicts, right? So instead of getting confused or instead of getting any embrace, okay, on that particular code, here definitely they have to make some conversation, okay? Whatever the changes you are doing, first you have to agree to that domain expert, okay? This domain expert will be understanding and agreeing and will giving the permission to change, okay, according to your proposal, okay? That is the first thing. Means your whole team have to know about whatever the changes you have done or whatever the ideas you have put, how it is possible. Means definitely it will be possible with this some conversation, okay, communication. With this we can resolve many problems, right? So that is the first. And the second, check that the changes clarify your understanding of the business requirements. Okay, it may seem clearer to make a change, but the language must still reflect what the users need to accomplish with the software. Keep out the programmer, okay, programmer jargon. You can help domain experts refine their understanding of complicated corner cases, but don't replace their language with your own, right? So second, here they have to identify, they have to check the changes, okay, have to understand about that business requirement, means that particular applications, right? And according to that they have to do some clear changes, right? By using, means that language have to reflect on the users, okay, whoever are working on that software, they have to do some practice on that, right? So practice, and here this domain expert will be helping them to understanding whatever the complicated areas or whatever the things they have included, okay, not understandable languages. So this domain expert will be providing some words from his or her side, right? And they so if it is understand, then only they will be replacing. Otherwise they won't replace that language in their own languages now, so that everyone have to understand that language, then only they will be replacing, right? And the third, update the design of the software with the change, right? Whatever the change, whatever the in second step, whatever the changes they have done, okay, they are going to be updating with the design of the softwares and model and some using some ubiquitous language. Most always must always stay in synchronization, right? Whatever the code and whatever the device we have selected, it have to integrate and it have to synchronize with each other and have to work, right? So a change to the language implies, to implies to the whatever the changes we have done, it will be affecting to that particular models, right? So to do this all things here, yes, this does mean that you should refactor the code, right? So in first unit we have seen about refactoring. Refactoring means after every first iteration I1, whenever we are going for the I2 iteration, what we are doing means here we are following all the agile steps. Refactoring means we are planning, we are analysis, gathering, okay, then only we are including the changes into that particular, right? So to avoid some technical problems or whatever the mismatch in the design and in reality if it is working or not, okay, whatever the bugs are raising, these all things they are going to be identifying, right? So by using this refactoring technique, okay, with the help of this refactoring, they will be changing the code and they will be applying all these things on that particular wherever the changes they are doing in that particular software or they are designing the application. At that time they will be updating on that, right? So this is about the ubiquitous languages.